We have to find amount payable and compound interest on 10,000 rupees at the rate of 20% at the end of 2 years. We need to find the amount as well as the compound interest. In this case, we find the answers for all three cases: annual compounding, half-yearly compounding, and quarterly compounding. But remember, if half-yearly or quarterly is not mentioned, we assume it's annual compounding. Here's the first case, if the amount is compounded annually. The formula is A is equal to P multiplied by 1 plus R by 100, the whole raised to n. A is the amount, P is the initial principal, R is the rate of interest, and n is the number of time periods. The question says we need to find the amount at the end of 2 years. If compounded annually, we have 2 time periods. Hence, n is 2. The principal is 10,000 rupees. The rate is 20%. We get the amount as 10,000 multiplied by 1 plus 20 by 100, the whole square. This ratio equals 0.2. This can hence be written as 10,000 multiplied by 1.2, the whole squared. You would generally be given this value in the question. It will be 10,000 multiplied by 1.44. We get the amount as 14,400 rupees. So the compound interest will be amount minus the initial principal. That is 14,400 minus 10,000. That will be 4,400. Now let's move on to the second case. What if the amount is compounded half-yearly? The rate will be equal to 20 by 2, which equals 10%. And the number of time periods will be 2 multiplied by 2, which equals 4. Again, the formula is A is equal to P multiplied by 1 plus R by 100, the whole raised to n. Substituting the values of each of the variables, we get the amount as 10,000 multiplied by 1 plus 10 by 100 raised to 4. Here, R became half and the number of time periods doubled. This value is 0.1. That will equal 10,000 multiplied by 1.1 raised to 4. And this equals 1.4641. The amount equals 14,641. So the compound interest will equal the amount minus the principal, which will equal 4,641 rupees. You can see that as the frequency of compounding increased, the compound interest at the end of the period also increased. Now we come to the last part of the video. What if it is compounded quarterly? If we compound it quarterly, the rate will be 20 divided by 4, which equals 5%. And the time periods will be 2 multiplied by 4, which equals 8. We use the number 4 since there are 4 quarters in a year. The formula still remains the same. Substituting the values in the formula, we get the amount as 10,000 multiplied by 1 plus 5 by 100, the whole raised to 8. That is 10,000 multiplied by 1.05 raised to 8. As I said before, do not worry about these calculations. You will be given these values in the question. This value equals 1.4775. Finally, we get our amount as 14,775. The compound interest will be the amount minus the principal. So this minus this equals 4,775. The compound interest is even higher in this case. That proves that increasing the frequency of compounding will result in a higher compound interest.